There will be no carbon tax under the government I lead. And we are looking at the difference that the National Broadband Network can make to a business. Well, Chris, I'll leave the political commentary and hyperbole to you. The government's been very frank and very upfront about the problems with the home insulation program.
The Prime Minister has officially dumped her election promise to establish a citizens' assembly on climate change.
You will get a $2,000 rebate from the government. As part of our continuing investment in regional health, and we're making that investment because we know that health circumstances in regional Australia are very different from metropolitan Australia. I'm not, as Prime Minister, going to have them wake up the day after the digital switchover with no TV. I believe government support for a child's education is one of the entitlements of citizenship. The mining tax is about ensuring that Australians get a fair share of the benefits of the resources wealth within their ground.
The government's virtually destroyed the cattle trade. Some think it may not even survive.
Well, obviously, this is a problem with the management of the Villawood Detention Centre. To Indigenous communities, we're making progress on housing. This isn't a day for commenting or for a political scoreboard. This is a day for action and getting things done. Today's forum has actually identified some areas where we can put a spotlight on reducing red tape.
And the nanotechnology. Okay, and that means you're capturing the right part of the spectrum, and the nanotechnology means the movement of the electrons is efficient and right.
Climate change is real, and to address climate change we need to cut carbon pollution. These are vital services for Australians. Access to a doctor, making sure that your kid has access to a computer and the opportunity to train for a trade. But I am determined that we will act to build on the reforms that we have already brought to childcare. I believe in a government that rewards those that day in and day out work in our factories and on our farms.
Job losses of up to 28,000 and billions of dollars taken from the economy. That's the finding of a new report which looks at the cost of big water cuts to local communities under the federal government's Murray-Darling Basin Plan.
You'll watch We Can See the Future, and the future is very inexpensive. Now, you and I will both be paying a carbon tax as a result of that broken promise. But this carbon tax is going to pervade every aspect of our economy.
When the global financial crisis hit, Labor did what it had to do.
My school has been a hugely popular site.
Just more evidence of how we're getting on with the job of delivering health reforms and health investments in the community.
As a Labor government, we always want to run the economy in the interests of working people, and we always want to be working with families to get them the help and supports they need. I don't have anything before me which would cause me to alter from my previous statements of confidence in Mr Thompson. What matters about this today for Australia and me being Prime Minister? I will not be lectured about sexism and misogyny by this man.
This is a government which is only too ready to detect sexism, to detect misogyny no less, until, Madam Deputy Speaker, they find it in one of their own supporters.